I feel like I should have a glass of wine in hand to share this story, but instead I'm having lemon ginger tea. And I'm not gonna like lie and be like, next best thing. No, I mean, I love lemon ginger tea, but like, it's far down the list compared to wine. Hello and welcome. I am blessing you with yet another story because I just told one and I'm bringing you another from the archives, okay? I know you guys love story time, and I get it. It's like I love story times because I feel like you're just sitting gossiping with some friends. And I'm all about that kind of YouTube, all right? That's the YouTube I subscribe to, is when I feel like I'm just sitting and chit-chatting with some friends. And this is a story that I have told many a friend, and every time people are in shock, awe, disbelief, confusion, but most of all and most importantly, they are laughing. And I hope that this story brings a bit of laughter to your life. I recently told this very embarrassing poop-related story. This story actually happens to also be poop-related as well as some other bodily functions. But I don't think it's embarrassing as much as I think it's hilarious. I told this story the other day on a Patreon live stream. In case you don't know, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/MollyBurke, and one of many perks over on my Patreon is a private live stream once a week. I do it for an hour. It's so fun every single week. Like, the same group of people come and join, and we all get to know each other, and it's the best. I look forward to it every single week, and I told this story in passing on my live last week, and everybody was like, Molly, you need to tell this story in detail on YouTube. And I was like, you're right. It's time. I'm gonna do it. I feel like I told this story in like a fleeting moment within a vlog years back, but I don't think I've ever sat down and like dedicated a video to this story. So unless you saw that vlog, you don't know the story. And honestly, even if you saw the vlog and you heard the story, it's that funny that I think I can tell it again, and I think you'll still enjoy it. So buckle up, buttercup, grab tea, or better yet, a glass of wine. Wish I was you. And let's chat. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you read my audiobook, It's Not What It Looks Like, by me, Molly Burke, you know that I had a party girl era in my life. I know, shocking. An Irish gal who had a party era? Really mind-blowing. Unexpected. But yeah, when I was in high school, I had my year of partying. It was grade 11. I had a lot of fun. Made for a lot of memories, lack of memories, and many stories. I'm not telling a story from that era. I'm sharing that because, like many a party girl in the past, I had my year and I was done. I got it all out of my system in one fell swoop. It was over with. And so by the time I was in my 20s, I didn't really drink much. I would have the occasional glass of wine with my family at dinner or at a party, but I was not clubbing. I wasn't going to the bar scene. I was just a very mild drinker, modest drinker, if you will. So I had a boyfriend. Many of you who've been around the channel or read that book, you know that in my early 20s, I was with somebody for 2.5 years. It's my longest term relationship to date. We were best friends for 4 years before that. So we were really, really close. And he was 2 years older than me when we dated. I mean, he's still 2 years older than me. His age hasn't changed. Well, it did. He grew up. The difference in our age, you get it. We started dating when I was 19 and I was touring full-time as a speaker, and he was 21, and then we broke up when I was 21 and he was 23. So throughout our entire relationship, he was at university. So for the first part of our relationship, I lived downtown Toronto on my own, and he would come visit me. And then in the second half of our relationship, I lived back with my parents because I quit my job, started my speaking business, yada, yada, yada. And I would go visit him at school. He would come back to visit me. And so there were times when I would spend a week at his college house. He lived in a house with two of his best friends who were awesome guys. I had a really great relationship with both of his roommates. They both had girlfriends, and my boyfriend, much like myself, was not a big drinker. He didn't even go through a party era. He just wasn't a huge drinker. He was like me. We'd go out, we'd have a drink, max two. I'm a heavyweight, aren't I, Neve? I'm not a have one glass and I'm tipsy like you.
No.
Yeah.
Although you've gotten lighter.
It's because I drink less. Now that I don't drink as often, I am lighter, but I'm not like you.
No.
You're one glass in and you're woo!
Woo! Party on, party. I'm
wish.
Very inexpensive to bring out.
I know, I'm it's higher calorie and more expensive.
Yeah.
Such a nuisance. Back in my youth, I was a very heavyweight, partly because I was partying, but also I still to this day, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, if I am really, really stressed, I like can't feel the effects of alcohol. It's like I'm like an impenetrable wall of stress and tension, and the alcohol cannot get through. And I used to be very stressed and anxious when I was younger, so I feel like that probably contributed to me like not really being able to feel the relaxation and loosey-goosiness of alcohol very well. Anyway, so my boyfriend and I, we would go out and have like maybe 1 or 2 drinks, but in the entirety of our friendship and relationship, we never got drunk together. Like we just hadn't gotten drunk together. It wasn't something we prioritized. It wasn't a part of our lifestyle, so we just never got drunk together. And even before we started dating, like we were friends, but we didn't go to school together. He was 2 years older than me, so he wasn't in my like party group. We would just like casually see each other separate to that.
Oh, I know this story. This is a funny story.
Yeah, see, telling you it's funny. So when his friends would like go out in his college town on a Friday night or Saturday night, we would often like stay in and like bake banana bread, and they would get to eat our banana bread when they came home drunk at 2 a.m. and they loved it. That was more our vibe. We would like lay in bed and watch Friends and play card games and like drink tea and be cute. We were very like a married couple. We were very settled. In a nice way. It was cute. We were very adorable, if I do say so myself.
They were really adorable.
I'm biased, but I think we were
They were
adorable.
so adorable. Just best buddies.
Yeah, he was like he was my best friend. So I think that's like the best way a relationship can be, is to like date your best friend. Highly recommend. Though you do lose your best friend when you break up, so I will warn you of that. But yeah, that was us. But one day, like 2 years into our relationship, or like 1.5 years into our relationship, his college friends like convinced us to go out with them for Halloween, and I was in. I was like, listen, we never party together, let's do it. So we just decided that this was gonna be our party night, and we were laughing about the fact that we had never been drunk together. We were like, ooh, this will be the time. And God, was it, my God, was it. So I cannot remember for the life of me. I think he dressed up as like a cowboy or something very generic, because we decided last minute. So like last minute we were running around trying to get these outfits. If I still have a photo of me dressed up, I will pop it up right there. I dressed up as Gypsy. It was, I believe, my first year without her, so it would have been 2015. Yeah, it was my first Halloween without her. Would it have been 2015? 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And I dressed up as her, so I had like black leggings, white Converse. So she was an all black dog with like white feet, white chest, white face, white tip on the tail. So I wore black leggings and white Converse, a black long sleeve turtleneck with white gloves, like mittens, or finger gloves. I wore a gold chain, like a collar, and then I had this knit hat that literally had her exact face on it. It had the black dog ears, a white nose that protruded with a white stripe between these 2 eyes. I was Gypsy. It was super cute. And I remember we ran around. Target still existed in Canada at the time. So we went to Target and we found the only dog costume that was big enough to fit massive Galloper Gooseman. And it was perfect for him because Gallop, like a horse running. He was a horse, and a jockey was riding him. It was perfection. So that was the vibe. I can remember we went and we got alcohol from the LCBO, and I got a Mickey of white rum. I cannot remember what he got, but that was my drink. And I think I was chasing the shots with cranberry juice. And anyways, I don't remember what we ate for dinner. I can vividly remember like being in my costume, standing in the kitchen, like taking shots with him, and realizing that I was no longer able to drink as much as I had been able to drink previous, like years prior when I was a party girl. I can remember we had to drink quick, which is part of the problem. Let me tell you, I know most of you are my age or older that watch me, but if you are young and you're new to drinking, let me tell you, drink slow. Have water between each drink. Don't drink on an empty stomach. Like, learn from my mistakes. Ooh, also, take the Alka-Seltzer hangover remedy. This thing right here. I'll link it below for you, okay? You're welcome in advance. You take 2 tablets, 2 hours before you begin drinking. Hangover, be gone. Wish I knew about that years ago. I remember we had to drink quickly because we were like running late or something. And we were going to like a college house party. I had never in my life been to a college house party. And I was there for 10 minutes before we were like, I think we should go. Things start to get a little hazy here, all right? It's in and out. I remember snippets, as you do on a wild night. I can remember being in the house, and to me it's pitch black, right? I can't see a damn thing. There's just all of these very drunk college students. It's cramped, it's hot. I can remember just loud music, not being able to hear anything, and I didn't know anybody. Like, I didn't go to college with them, right? So I didn't know anybody, and I was just overwhelmed. It just wasn't our scene. Like, that's just not what we did. And so we were both just like, let's leave. So we walked home, and it was October 31st, and it started snowing. It was like midnight, and it started snowing on us. And we got back to the house, we started to take our costumes off, and pretty quick, both of us realized it was not a good scene. I won't go into too much detail. Don't want to make anybody feel sick, but he took the toilet, and I took the garbage can in his bedroom. That's all I'll say. He was down there for a little bit. I was sitting on the edge of his bed with the garbage can for a little bit. We both cleared out and went to bed. He had like a mattress on the floor in his room. He was on the top floor of the house, and we both just like basically passed out, like as one does after a wild night. I can remember like waking up in the morning, and you know, it all starts to come back to you, and you're like, oh man, we really did that last night. Like, we took getting drunk for the first time together seriously, and we there was just this like foul smell. Like, the room just stunk to high heavens, and we were both just like, ugh. Like, I was like, did you clean the garbage can before going to bed? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, it is smelly. And so we opened the door, and we opened a window on like either side so that we got like some crosswind going. And we're like getting up, and we can hear his roommates all downstairs. They're much more used to this life than we are. They're all up and chatting, and we're both like, ugh. We get up, and we start to like get our wits about us, get dressed, get ready for the day. And he goes over to his dresser drawers to get clothes out, to get dressed. And there's a drawer, and it was like the second or third drawer up from the ground. Like, it was not the lowest drawer. And he had left it open, and it was the drawer with all of his gym clothes. So because it was already open, he like went and like looked in it to just grab like comfy casual gym clothes to bum around on like a Sunday. And that is when he saw that the entire drawer was full of diarrhea. What? Like, I'm sorry. What? We like back and forth. Like, when I say fought, we weren't fighting. We were like poking fun at each other back and forth. Like, he was like, did you poop in my drawer last night? And I was like, what on earth are you talking about? Now listen, I know that like some people, when they get drunk, like I've heard stories of people like peeing themselves in the night or like pooping in their bed. I've never in my life ever had that experience. I have always gotten up to do that. And I was like, what are you talking about? So he tells me, and I'm like, did you? Like, what? Because I know, look, the night's hazy, but I can tell you for sure I didn't. And wouldn't I have like had something like, you know, like, what would I have wiped with? Like, I don't know. It wasn't me. So I was like, did you, like, what? And basically we essentially decided like it must have been Gallup. And the only thing we can assume is that like he maybe had a sick tum-tum and needed to like get us up to have diarrhea in the night, but neither of us like woke up. So he took care of himself and just scooted the booty back over the open drawer. Like it was he was like recreating what he saw the humans do on a toilet. Like, beyond me. Bless this man. He literally had to throw the drawer out because the liquid had seeped into the wood grain. Like, the drawer itself was destroyed. There was no cleaning that drawer. It was gone. It was done. To this day, like, I cannot fathom that Gallup did that, but more than that, I can't fathom that either of us did it. So and there's no world in which either of his roommates would have done that. Like, they weren't those kind of guys. Like, by no means were they those type of dudes. Like, they didn't prank each other. They would, and like, in this wild world in which they could have done that, they would have admitted it and like laughed about it. Like, I'm speechless. I'm still confused about it. I still think it's hilarious. And I think these kind of nights build character. And like I said, make for great stories. And I'm not like ashamed of this part of my past. Like, everything that I've ever done like contributes to who I am today. And the person I am today is somebody I'm proud of. And I feel like whole and content and at peace And those times for me were like fun. They're fun, silly memories, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Drop your theories in the comment section. What do you think happened? I want to know. And of course, this is a safe space. If you have a funny, wild night out story, please feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. We all make mistakes. I have made many, and they build character, you know? You learn, like every bad experience you have and every mistake you make and every dumb thing you do, you learn from. And I only know how to handle myself now because I didn't when I was younger, and I had those moments, and that's okay. I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel. I have never claimed to be. I'm a human, and I do human things, which includes having a wild night from time to time. And if you want to share your stories, drop them down below. I'd love to hear them and laugh along with you. And until next time, you can click over here if you haven't heard that embarrassing story time. Or you can click over here to watch my FU bag. It's a story time. It's a get ready with me. It's a shop with me. It's a life lesson. It's an unboxing. Like, it's a bunch of stuff. So check that out right over there. And until next time, bye.